Welcome to episode 13 of the Tristan Hour.
Hello.
Hello.
How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody out there is wonderful today. It's a blessed day.
Every day is a blessed day.
Right before Tristan hit record, he was yelling at me.
I was not yelling at you.
He was telling me, put the microphone right in front of your mouth. I can't hear you.
No, because
He's
you
like,
didn't.
"You're just like your mother."
It wasn't in front of your mouth.
And then he hits record. And then he's like, hello, welcome to the Day and Tristan Hour. Like all professional.
Yeah.
He yells at me a lot.
Oh my God, that's not true. Why do all the women in my life think that? I'm never yelling.
Your mother. We have something very unique. I don't think there's a lot of mother and son conversations and like this going on right now. So
No, not really. I haven't seen it.
I think it's very important. I love your perspective on things.
Well, thank you.
Except for when you just, yelled at me.
I didn't yell at you. I was producing. Isn't that my job? My job is to produce.
Producers yell?
Yeah, but I wasn't even yelling.
You're like, I can't hear you. Put the microphone in front of your
Oh my God, she's exaggerating. I was not doing that.
And then he's like, stop sipping your coffee. I can hear it in my headphones. No, I'm kidding.
He's lying.
I'm kidding.
She's
He
lying.
would never. I just want to say, did you, just before we get into like what we're going to talk about for this episode, do you consider yourself a mama's boy?
A mama's boy?
Yeah, like most sons are kind of like they cling to their mothers. Do you consider yourself like...
I think so.
Really?
I think I am. Yeah.
That makes my heart happy.
Of course, I love you.
I know. I love you too.
And I'm an only child.
Yeah.
So.
You do get your way. Even at 23. It's kind of ridiculous, actually.
That's a perk of being an only child.
And a boy, I think.
Yeah.
And a son.
Yeah, I can't imagine how my life would be if I had a sister. It'd be so much worse.
You would, well, I don't know. You would probably be a really overprotective brother, I would assume.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe.
You are a mama's boy and a grandma's boy. And I think people that have tuned in to the previous two podcasts probably get that.
What do you mean? What do I do?
Because
How?
I think especially coming from your grandmother's point of view, like, especially when she said, yes, he's my baby, I think they are like, yeah, he's probably pretty spoiled.
I can't. It's not my fault.
I know. You're a good kid. You're a very good, nice young man. So.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I'm always happy that we, that you allowed me to pressure you into doing this. So
Yeah.
but it's great.
Yeah, it is.
I love, I don't, I think when teenage boys, kind of grow up, I don't know if they're really
what?
connected with their mothers and continue to, like do stuff like this and have a lot of conversations. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. So
I understand what you mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm always appreciative of it.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Well, speaking of nice young men, let's talk about dirty young ladies.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get into it. See, we can even have these types of conversations. This is what I'm saying. This is what I do love about, our podcast and the fact that you feel like you can talk about anything with me.
Yeah.
I think and be open about it is what makes it really
I don't
great.
mind talking
I love
about
it.
talking about sluts and hookers with you.
Oh my goodness. And I'm just like, ooh, do we want to go into that or not? Okay, let's dig in. Let's dig in today. Okay.
So there was something on the internet. It went viral sometime last week, I think. I'm not sure. But a football player by the name of Terrell Lewis went to, he paid for the services of an escort. She's also an OnlyFans model. Her name is Mia Mercy, I think it was.
So I'm going to stop you right there.
What?
Okay, so it's nothing bad. So this is where you kind of educate me on some things that
Yeah.
I'm kind of old and don't know a lot about.
Are you going to ask me what OnlyFans is?
Yes.
Oh my God.
What is only?
You don't know what it is?
I'm assuming it's like some sort of escort service.
Okay, let me explain to you. So, OnlyFans, it came out a few years ago. Like, I think it might have come out right before the pandemic, but I don't know exactly when it came out. But it boomed during the pandemic because everyone was at home. But originally, it was an app made for celebrities. A celebrity would create an account, and then their fans could subscribe to them for whatever fee they want to charge,
Okay.
and then they could interact with that person.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So, but over the pandemic, what it became was basically a porn service. So like nowadays, there's not really porn stars anymore, even though there still are porn stars. It's more porn girls, because they're not like stars, but they all have their own platform, which is
Right.
OnlyFans, that they can use,
Yes.
and they can build their own fan base on there, and they're getting
Okay.
a ton of money from it and whatever. So that's basically what it's become now, is a site for porn girls to sell their content on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like Pornhub.
No, it's not like Pornhub.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
not. You subscribe. It's like a subscription service for each
Not a
individual
website.
has their own. Well, it is a website, but each individual has their own you subscribe to them to see their content,
Oh,
and then they can
okay.
sell. They can sell stuff on there too. They can lock like certain content on there. Don't ask me how I know this. They can lock.
Yeah, I was because okay, so this is very interesting because I'm asking you. I was expecting you to say like, well, I'm not really quite sure, but you are very specific.
Listen, I'm I've grown up on
Well-
I know a lot about the internet. That's all.
Okay, well, a lot of people your age can know a lot of things about the internet, but I mean, yeah, you're 23. I mean, it's okay. I don't need to know everything about your life.
Oh my
It's
God.
okay.
I'm just explaining to you what it is. That's all.
You're like, but even you are kind of like, I'm sure, like, I can see you.
Yeah, I'm going into too much detail here.
I could see it like the way, like, even as you're explaining it in your brain, your thoughts are probably like, oh my gosh, I know a little bit too much about this. And Mom's probably like, how does he know?
Oh my God.
Because you said it.
You asked what it was. That all. I'm
No,
just
but you had
explaining
that look like, wow, I do know a lot about this. But no, I get it. Okay, so you knew I was going to ask. The reason why I asked, because I don't know a lot about it. And I will get like these freaking requests or follows from women from OnlyFans on Instagram.
Those are fake.
I don't care what they are. I'm like, ew.
Yeah, those are fake.
Bots or whatever the heck.
Yeah, those are fake
It's
pages.
so weird, and I just like bloop. I get
Yeah, they
blocked 'em or
even do
whatever.
now what people
Right.
do. They create AI women, and they give the AI woman an OnlyFans. So you'll follow this Instagram page thinking it's a real person, but it's actually created by AI. And then they'll set up a whole OnlyFans for it, and yeah, it's crazy.
It's so weird. Is nothing real nowadays?
That's where it's going. That's
It's terrifying.
that's where it's going.
It's terrifying to me, and it's just. I think for the newer generation, it's kind of like, oh, it's norm. It's the norm, right? And it's like people that are my age and older. It's just like, wow. It's kind of like we're being left behind and kind of drummed out of things. I don't know, because we don't understand a lot of this stuff. It's just like,
Well, no, that's not true. A lot
it's
of
not that we
people
don't understand it, but it's just like, why? I don't understand the fakeness of it. I'm sorry, I don't understand why. I can understand using AI for a benefit
Mhm.
for certain things. I get, but
You can also use AI to make money, and that's one way to use AI
Yeah.
to make
Yeah.
money.
To make like if people want to work smarter, not harder. I get it. Like you know,
Yeah.
to make as convenience. I get it, but I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't know how to form. Like I know what I want to say, but the thoughts aren't forming correctly.
Yeah.
They're not coming out right today. But yeah.
Wait, let me make sure the camera's recording.
Oh,
All right, back to what we were saying.
I made you paranoid. Um. Yeah,
But no, I was.
everything's fake. It's like fake people, fake AI. It's the same thing. Well, I guess it's the same thing. Like when people put filters on their pictures and things like that. It's like that's not really how you look, you know. And it's just like be real in who you are. And it's like you don't have to live up to these other weird standards. I just don't get it. Maybe I'm just old and old fashioned. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's okay.
Back
But
to
okay,
this,
so the OnlyFans thing. So now
real...
thank you for explaining in very great detail what that is. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, she's an OnlyFans model. She's also a high-end escort. And so this football player, Terrell Lewis, he went, like I said, he paid for her service. Or no, he didn't pay for her services, actually. What am I saying? I'm getting ahead of myself. He received the service without paying.
Yes.
They did whatever they did.
Allegedly.
And then I think he placed a little bit of money on the table and like snatched it back or something. And then he said 1838 and then he ran away.
But isn't this allegedly that this happened?
No, did you not watch the video?
I saw something on the Joe Budden podcast or something. So, where they were saying like they didn't know for sure if it was him.
Well, yeah.
Or it was on some other podcast because they said that the guy that left was like in a hoodie and he had sweatpants on, and that he was like allegedly Terrell Lewis. They didn't know if it was him or not. So they didn't, and they were thinking like, well, was she saying that this was him in order to extort money from him for some reason? I don't know. Like I
don't think so. Cause Zach, obviously for that I don't know if she would like bring a lawsuit to him or something. I don't think she'd even be able to.
I don't know.
Unless she said that, and
not a lawsuit, extort money or blackmail, like something. Like extort money from people.
But she still could bring a lawsuit if she says that he assaulted her, which is actually what she's been saying.
Yes.
Yeah. I watched her Instagram story just a few minutes ago. And she said she is assault. She said she has PTSD. She said she can't walk or drive. I guess because she was running for him down the hallway naked. I don't know.
Yeah, there was like a video of her where they said the guy and then I saw like another podcast or on YouTube a clip of it where I don't remember the name of the podcast, but they were like, the guys were like, I know who. They verified that it was her because of tattoos that she has.
Yeah.
And so they could verify that it was actually her running after this guy, but they couldn't verify that it was actually him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is what gets me. It's like we're taught don't get me wrong, because this is what's going on in our society and culture. I get it. But my gosh, this is like, there's so many other things going on in the world. And this is like when people are like, oh my gosh, did you hear? But it's so crazy. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it is.
It's so dumb. Okay, so here's the thing. If you are selling yourself, you are a high-end escort. And first of all, you should have it in line. These are my fees. They know what they're paying for. You need to be paid. If people are going to, if you're going to go ahead and give it up, and you ain't got no money first, come on.
Yeah, but that's a slippery slope. And apparently he had gotten her services before. This wasn't the first time.
Yeah. So
But the thing about paying for something like that up front is that you're implying that you don't trust the
it
person.
could have been like at least a deposit.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Come
Like
on.
if you're asking for something like that, you that person might feel insulted and they might not want to work
Oh,
with you
come on.
anymore.
Oh my gosh.
You know? That's
He's not buying real estate.
no, but I'm just
It's-
saying, like,
Come on.
I'm just saying they might feel insulted, or they might get the impression that they don't trust them.
If he's purchased her services before,
Mm-hmm.
then why would she feel like that? Why would she feel like that?
Well,
Why
she
would she
didn't.
feel insulted? Then I mean,
No, I'm saying the person by him he would feel insulted is what I'm saying, not her. If she asked him to give her half first, then he might feel insulted and feel like she doesn't trust him is what I'm saying. Not
well,
her.
obviously she would have had good reason because he ran out allegedly and didn't pay.
That's not allegedly. It was somebody. I don't know who it was, but
Somebody did. Somebody that had her services before. Obviously there's no trust in that business. You cannot trust people that are doing that, whether it's the person providing the services or purchasing it. You just can't.
Yeah.
You are not going to have trust in that profession.
But he has a track record. If they've been seen each other a few times, she probably trusts him and doesn't expect him to do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess so. But I mean, still, it's still a
Yeah.
business transaction. It's still, at the end of the day, it's a business transaction.
Yeah, it is.
That's what it is. It's business.
Yeah.
That is not personal.
No.
No. So she knew. I'm sorry, she knew. Like I don't care. It'd been like, okay, this ain't personal. This is business. Like you need to be paying me such this, and then this is the rest after. I'm not an escort or prostitute. I've never done that, so I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You got to get some out of it. Otherwise, you're just giving it up for free. You might as well be walking the street.
Mm-hmm. It's also interesting that
Yeah.
was even recorded in the first place.
Yeah,
And it was
so-
a different person recording it. What was her reason for even recording that?
Sounds like a setup. I'm sorry. It sounds a little like, as you would say, as the kids would say today, sounds a little sus. So that's from our.
I don't know if.
other
You mean
episode.
what do you mean by setup though?
I mean, that's the thing. I was like, if she's running, who was recording it? Was it
It
on
was her friend. Her friend was in the room with them, and she started.
Okay.
She started recording. I guess something was happening, and maybe they could have been recording for their safety or something. That's
So
what I
was
heard.
the
some people-
friend in the room also involved in the
I don't
whatever?
know. I have no idea. But I'm saying they could have been recording for safety reasons. Maybe he started acting weird and felt in danger. Or they felt like they were in danger or something.
I don't know, because I mean, if you have somebody that if is this somebody that has been there previously with them before? Has this friend been with her before?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, I mean,
Why else would they be in the room?
I don't.
It wouldn't just be a stranger.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It sounds like something was not right there. Something just ain't right. Something just ain't right.
It's also crazy. He might not be a football player because she almost caught him. There's no
Yeah,
way.
I mean, how
You're
are
an
you gonna catch
NFL
him?
linebacker, and she almost catches you running down the hallway,
I
and she's
know.
naked, has no shoes, has no clothes on at all, and almost catches you.
You're a
It's crazy.
professional, linebacker.
Yeah, 25 years old, if that's him.
Yeah.
He's a 25-year-old NFL linebacker.
Yeah.
At the peak of his physical abilities.
Yeah.
Or near it.
Yeah.
And almost gets caught by an escort running down the hallway.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like, and then they just don't have, that's what I'm saying. Like it was on, like I said, it was on the Joe Budden podcast, and then it was on, or show podcast, whatever. And then it was, and then I heard it on like another one on YouTube. So yeah, I mean, they said that's why I'm saying allegedly, and they were saying allegedly just because they don't know for sure if
Yeah.
that was actually him. And they had also mentioned on one of the podcasts that, is this some sort of like an extortion thing that she's trying to do? Is there something that she's trying to create? Because sometimes people will, I mean, everybody wants, like their 15 minutes of fame or being connected to someone famous for whatever reason. And sometimes it's at the detriment of them. They don't care about how it impacts that individual's career. I'm not, I don't know this guy. I don't know anything about his past or anything like that. But if, you don't have, nobody has seen proof that it was him. And I'm not saying, it could have been. I don't know. But if, you can't, if you almost catch this dude and he's a professional football player, come on. I mean, and now you're saying I have PTSD. I can't drive. I can't really.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
I mean, I mean, something just don't sound right.
Yeah.
To me. I mean, maybe, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, do you feel like something's a little off, or do you believe her story?
There's something might be a little off, but I was gonna say that what could have prevented this situation is if there was a pimp involved. I'm just saying.
If there was a pimp involved.
Yeah, if there was an overseer.
Oh my gosh. When you say that, it just sounds so
an overseer of the situation of the business.
I don't know about that.
I'm just saying.
Well, she had a friend there.
Yeah, that's true. But that's
maybe
a woman.
Maybe her friend. Women can be pimps.
Well, they're madams. They're called madams.
Pimps. Madams,
it's
whatever.
madam.
Okay, could have been her madam.
But I seriously doubt that because, yeah, I don't think so. But no, that is true. There are a lot of women that work in that business that are, they're protecting the other women. They carry guns on them and everything.
Yes.
So that does exist. But I'm just saying, if there had been somebody else involved in the business that was like the boss of the operation, that probably wouldn't have happened, or they would have got their money one way or another.
Right. Yeah. I just don't.
And this wouldn't even be a story.
No, it wouldn't. And then it's like, I just don't, I don't know. This is the oldest profession in the world.
Yep. And it should be legal.
Oh, yes. The decriminalization of prostitution.
Yeah.
Yes. What side of the line do you fall on?
I just said it should be legal.
Okay. I don't believe so, but
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, state your case. This is kind of what you wanted to talk about anyway. That's why we kind of brought up the story. Yeah. But I mean, it's a story that's current and in the news. But I mean, what's your case? Why do you feel that that prostitution should be decriminalized in the United States?
Because it's ridiculous.
Okay, you have got to have a better case. You have to have some facts that back that up.
I'm just saying, if you can go pay for a massage, I said this the other day. If you can go pay for a massage and get your body rubbed down with oil sensually, then you should be able to pay for that service as well without being put in a cage. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, who's getting hurt in the situation? It's different if you're a sex trafficker and you're trafficking like minors or people that are against their will.
Right.
But for a woman who she's chosen this as her job for the time being, it's a good paying job. Why should she or the person buying the services be penalized for that? For what reason? What's the reason? Who's getting hurt? Nobody. Everybody's happy.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, some women don't choose that profession. Some women are forced into it.
That's true.
Some women, they maybe have lost everything and it just becomes like an absolute last resort.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a lot about, I have a very difficult time pronouncing this word. Is it
Figueroa.
Roa Street in California,
Mm-hmm.
or is it in LA?
Yeah, in California.
I mean, it's just, they're just out there. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah.
But you know what happens a lot of times? I was watching a show actually about this, or it was an episode of like some kind of cop show or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
where they go undercover, and there was a undercover policewoman. She went undercover as a prostitute
Yeah.
to, lure somebody to buy her services, and then they arrested him right afterwards, which is ridiculous.
They arrested her, the undercover.
No, why would
Or
they? No, they
the
arrested
solicitor.
the guy. They arrested the guy
Who's a solicitor.
who stopped and picked her up.
Yes, that's what they call a solicitor.
Well, no, wouldn't the woman be soliciting? The woman is soliciting, isn't she? What does soliciting mean?
I don't
We have to look up.
We have to look up words.
Yeah. Well, sometimes
you think, I don't know if those words are interchangeable. I don't know. There's something that the guy, no, I think he would.
Okay, this is what soliciting means. The action or fact of accosting someone and offering one's or someone else's services as a prostitute. Well, it's specifically for prostitution? I had no idea.
Yeah,
I thought it was just
there's something. So
I thought it was just a general word.
They'll pick her up for soliciting, yes.
Yeah, they would it would be
so
the
that's
woman.
the same thing.
But and that obviously it was a cop. It was a sting operation, but the guy got arrested. Listen.
But they will arrest somebody else for picking up a prostitute though too, because because it's not legal. You're not supposed to be doing it. So it's still and you're still, engaging in a criminal act.
Yeah, but
both of them.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be a criminal act unless she's a minor or against her will. Now, this is why there should be a system, like an official prostitution system, so that women don't have to be walking the streets and get picked up by random people. They can go into a nice building, they can clock in, they have PTO, they have work vacation days.
Oh my God.
And people can come in and, you do like, testing or whatever to make sure you don't have any diseases or anything.
They have a place like this. They're called brothels.
Yeah, but
they have one that's called the Bunny Ranch in Las Vegas. It's outside of Las Vegas.
Yeah, but that's
because it's legal out.
It's legal
in Las Vegas.
I'm saying, but that's how it should be everywhere, in my opinion.
But I think the problem that you have with that, you make some valid points, okay? Like, it would be safe. You wouldn't have to worry. A lot of women wouldn't be probably getting shot up with drugs, and it may, it would be safer. Okay. Yeah. I get what you're saying from like a health point, like for as far as their health. Yes. Wouldn't be having sex in alleys and, dirty motels and, so yeah, from that.
Or a stranger's car.
And, they wouldn't be, the risk of being kidnapped and just dumped somewhere.
Yeah.
Without their family knowing, that's kind of what happened back in the, late 70s and 80s with the Green River Killer. I'm a true crime junkie. Mm-hmm. But with the Green River Killer, he would pick up prostitutes and he would murder them, and nobody would ever, their family would wonder where they're at, but they knew that they were, what they would call streetwalkers or whatever, ladies of the night.
Yeah.
And they would, but he would pick them up and kill them because he knew that their families didn't, it was unsafe.
Yeah.
But he knew that they wouldn't be missed.
Yeah.
So I get it. Like, it would be safer for them. People, but, it's still
what?
I mean,
yeah, try to argue against it. It's a solid argument.
You make some really good points.
It's a solid wall of an argument.
You did, but you will not. and it's the problem you're going to come up against is people in the community are not going to want that there. They're not going to want facilities or places where they know that type of activity is occurring or happening in their communities. You know what I mean? Like a place where they know, like, hey, you can go here and pay for, sexual favor. They're not going to want their young children growing up knowing that a place like that exists. They're because now I think people can kind of shelter their kids a little bit. If you legalize something like that or you decriminalize it and then you're like, hey, you can go here and get this service or whatever, it's just kind of out there. And it's enabling. I don't know.
You know what? Every child today is on the internet. Every child today has an iPad. You know what's on the internet? True. Pornography.
Yes, that's true.
They can easily access that. So easily. Why?
Very true.
Why can you get paid to have sex on camera, but if you get paid for it and it's not on camera, you go to jail? It doesn't make any sense.
That's a good point.
It makes no sense at all.
That's a good point.
It really doesn't.
I think you got me there.
Why is that not illegal? Listen, it is a slippery slope. I understand, because there are minors being forced to do these things, and just women in general, and men too. Some men too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's.
But do you think that if they would legalize prostitution, do you think it would decrease the amount of people or young women and men that do get sex trafficked? Or would it increase that? How would you think it would impact that? Or would it have an impact on that?
I don't know. I don't know if it would or not. Honestly. I don't know. I don't think it would impact it that much.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't.
I don't know. That's interesting though, because I don't know.
Or what they could do is make it illegal for you to, like, actually enforce it and make it illegal for you to solicit on the streets.
Yeah.
But there are facilities that you can go to
yeah.
and work here or pay.
There would have to be guardrails around that. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't just be like, okay, here prostitution is, legal, and not have guardrails and things like that. And then, of course, if the government is going to legalize anything like that, they got to get their piece of the money, and there's going to be taxes on some.
Well, yeah, of course.
And then it's like, how do you tax that? What would be the tax on that? It's like, what services would you tax? I'm just saying, this is coming from, I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm going to. I found a list of all the countries that have legalized prostitution.
Okay.
Actually, they have a few different lists here.
I know you mentioned Singapore as one, right?
No, that was a different thing.
We were talking about drugs.
That was for drugs.
That's
but
right.
This is so this tells you if it's completely legal, if it's limited legality, which I don't know what that means.
Limited legality?
Yeah, or if it's illegal.
So that means that with limited legality, I think it would mean that there are certain things that are legal and others that are not.
Okay. There's a lot of countries on here, so
certain acts are legal.
Okay. So so India is the first one on the list.
Okay.
This is exactly what I was just saying earlier. Prostitution is legal, but brothels and solicitation are illegal.
Okay.
So you can't be on the street, soliciting, but I guess you can pay for sex. But that's a weird thing, because people do that anyway. Not with, like, prostitutes on the street, but people pay for that.
So it's basically escorting. It's what that is.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah, pretty
basically
much.
just
So you can be an escort, but you
can be an
can't.
escort.
But
Yeah.
you can't have a brothel or
Right. No. Or be
anything
on
like
the
that.
street soliciting for sex. Yeah. Money
Yeah.
for sex. Yeah.
So most of these have the same kind of thing. Like the UK, it's legal, brothels are illegal, and there's a lax enforcement.
Hmm.
Um, Let me go to the completely legal ones. Okay, so Indonesia, it's legal or it's decriminalized, but it's it's frowned upon but widely tolerated.
Okay.
Okay, Bangladesh, it's legal, but you can't solicitate. Is that a word? Solicitate? Solicit. Not solicitate.
I don't know if solicitate is a word. I think I nodded
No, it's not.
yes,
It's
but
solicit.
It's not.
It's solicit.
Solicit. Yes.
Okay. So, no, this is interesting. Turkey, Germany, and Colombia are both legal, and they are organized and regulated.
Organized.
Organized.
So what does organized prostitution mean? That is interesting.
I'm not sure.
Organized prostitution. I'm gonna have to research that.
Yeah.
Organized prostitution.
I could look it up. Right now, how is prostitution?
Organized.
Prostitution organized.
I don't know how you would do that
in Germany. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Okay, this is what the AI overview says. Which, have you seen that on your?
Oh yeah, everything is AI.
It's really annoying.
It's
kind of annoying.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Prostitution in Germany is legal, but it's regulated at the local level. Local authorities can restrict where and how sex work can take place, and sex workers who don't follow those restrictions may face fines or imprisonment. Some areas have such strict regulations that sex work is essentially illegal. Berlin is one place where sex work can take place more freely.
Berlin, okay.
And they put this into effect in 2002. The Prostitution Act of 2002 legalized prostitution and classified it as a type of labor, which it should be. The act also aimed to improve conditions for sex workers by allowing them to get health insurance and Social Security and providing a safe place to work. Sex workers must pay income taxes and charge VAT. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means? VAT?
No.
For their services. And they must show proof of medical insurance and a recent health check. See, that's how it should be done. However, some may say that the laws have been a failure. And as of March 2024, the conservative opposition in Parliament was campaigning to reform it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
But that is interesting that you can do it, but you have to have health insurance. You have to show proof of medical insurance. You have to get health checks. Yeah, that's interesting.
But who is providing the medical insurance?
I'm not sure.
So is it something that's coming out of their own? Is it whatever place that they are working from, or facility they're working through?
Probably. Yeah, because it's a form of labor.
Labor.
So just like any other job, your job would offer you
Yeah.
health insurance,
Right.
and whatever.
That's interesting. But it's not a brothel. But it's,
No, you can't. No, there it's complete. It's legal. It doesn't.
Right.
It's not has limit. I mean, even though it technically does have limited legality because there's certain places that they can't do it, which would solve the problem of people not wanting it in their communities.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe they could, vote on it. Communities could vote on it or whatever. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm gonna look up.
That's interesting.
I'm gonna look up.
But then I mean that would kind of curb any spread of disease, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That would and it's protecting the health of the sex worker. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the people buying the service also.
Yeah.
Okay, this is how Turkey does it. Turkey regulates prostitution through licensed establishments known as general houses. Brothels must obtain government permits to operate, and sex workers receive identity cards from regulatory agencies that entitle them to certain social services and free medical care. Sex workers in registered brothels must also undergo mandatory HIV/STI testing every 2 months and genital exams every 2 weeks. It's been legal since 1923 over there.
In Turkey?
Yeah, oh my God. But it's only legal for Turkish citizens and under certain conditions. Sex workers must be women, unmarried, and work in registered brothels. Yeah, they're probably still a little homophobic over there.
Yeah, I know.
They don't want any gay prostitutes. Get out of here. Or organizing.
Women and single. Yes. Yeah. Makes sense.
Organizing or managing prostitution outside of registered brothels is illegal. Including provide. So that's interesting how in some places you can't do a brothel. What was it?
Was it in the UK?
No, I'm trying to remember what
how
the wording was.
Was it the organized?
No, it's prostitution is legal, but brothels and solicitation are illegal.
Yeah.
But in Turkey,
you have to be a Turkish citizen and women who are unmarried. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Oh my gosh, whoever's motorcycle it is. Why is it always around this time whenever we do our podcast? It's constantly. Like it's every week. It's around the same time.
Okay, no. So here you have to be in a brothel in Turkey. Where in other places you can't. Yeah. Brothels are illegal, but in Turkey you have to. You have to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Encouraging people into sex. Okay, hold on. Organizing or managing prostitution outside of registered brothels is illegal, including providing a space for sex work, encouraging people into sex work and pimping. The Turkish Penal Code also punishes all organized human trafficking with sexual purposes with a sentence of age 12 years, which, yeah, that makes sense.
But it's kind of reminds me of like when we would watch Memoirs of a Geisha houses and were
that Japan also, or was that Japan, or I don't mean to be racist, was that Japan or China?
I don't know. I don't mean to be racist.
No, I think it's Japan. I think it's Japan.
I think it was Japan.
I think geisha is from like a Japanese thing.
Japanese, yeah.
Yeah, and there were sumo wrestlers. That's Japanese.
Yeah,
I think
so.
Yeah.
We're like, I think so.
But yeah, Japan also, it's limited legality. But I think they don't allow brothels there.
No,
which is interesting.
But even if you look at that movie, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I think that's the one movie me and Tristan do have in common because you like that movie.
Yeah,
Memoirs of a Geisha. And yeah, I mean they, geisha houses. I mean they, took in young geisha.
Yeah, well, her parents
raised them.
Her
taught
parents
them how
basically sold her, didn't they?
They sold her to the geisha house. Yeah,
yeah,
in that movie. Yeah,
but it was for some reason, like they were in some kind of trouble, I think.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah,
and I guess they didn't want her to, whatever. I don't know.
But the geishas were performers, and they were very
they weren't
class
just
escorts. Yeah, they weren't just prostitutes, but
yeah,
very high class, beautiful, elegant.
Yeah.
Escorts, yeah. But geishas,
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't completely.
I like how Turkey does it. Yeah. I like how Turkey and Germany do it. I think that would be a good way for the U.S. to do it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't completely disagree with you. I really don't. You always. I think sometimes you're always like, if I'm for something, you have to be against it.
No, I just assumed you would be for some reason.
I mean, I think I try to not be closed-minded about certain things. I mean, I try to see both sides because I know sometimes I can have that perspective where I'm like, no, they should not be doing that. But I think I'm leaning more towards it. I don't think you need to. Sometimes being punitive and punishing people all the time, it can have the reverse effect. You know what I'm saying? It's not always punishing and putting people in jail, and it's not. They're going to get back out or bond out, and go right back to what they were doing. It's not, and
Yeah.
they're still going to be at high risk, and they're still going to be engaging, you know, in high risk sexual behavior. So it's just kind of, um, why not
Mm-hmm.
at least let them get benefits and
Yeah.
medical insurance?
Yeah, that'd be the way to do it.
To do it. But there was something on, and I don't know if it was when we had Hulu, or I can't remember what streaming service it was on, but there was something on television where there was a prostitute, and she was actually, or sex worker. I don't want to keep saying prostitute, but there was a sex worker who was, kind of petitioning the city council of the state she was living in. And she, was talking about, she made some really good points about decriminalizing, sex workers and the benefits of it. And, but they turned it down. Like by the end of like the documentary, they were like, no, we're not going to decriminalize it for whatever reasons. And maybe because if you have younger, women or young teens that see that it is legal, would they be more apt to go into that profession?
Maybe, but that's already happening with the internet. That's what's happening with that's what's happening with OnlyFans. There's a lot of young women, as soon as they turn 18, the Bad Baby girl.
See, I don't know any of
that. You know Bad Baby from Doctorville. Remember she said, cash me outside, how about that?
Who?
The white, are you being serious right now?
I don't know.
You don't know who Bad Baby is? You don't remember. It was a viral thing on the internet years ago in like 2013, 2014. When she went on Dr. Phil, her mom brought her on Dr. Phil because she was having issues or whatever. What?
I'm trying to think.
And she went viral because she said, cash me outside, how about that? To Dr. Phil.
I don't even know.
There's no way.
If I saw it, I would probably know who it is.
Oh my God! Let me show you a picture.
I don't know, man. Tristan, that was like over
girl.
10 years ago.
Cash me outside. How about that? You really don't know?
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God! I can't believe you don't know. Everybody knows who she is.
Well, obviously not, because I don't.
Well, she went on Dr. Phil and like a long time ago. I don't know what year it was. It might have been 2013 or 2014. I think she's like a year younger than me. And yeah, she got viral off of that, and then she started making music. She started rapping. And then it's crazy because like people on the internet, like grown men, were talking about how she was attractive.
Yeah.
Because she had big breasts or whatever, and she was a minor, and people were saying that. And then as soon as people were waiting for her to turn 18 so that she could start an OnlyFans.
Oh my god!
And they could subscribe to it. But what was I saying? Well, I was saying that she saw that there was an opportunity for her to make a lot of money with that. And she knew people would subscribe because she was famous and men sought after her,
Oh, wow.
And she did. She made, I think on her first day on there, she made $1 million or over $1 million.
Yeah, that's
great. Her first day on OnlyFans. But that's what I'm saying. Like, people, like young women are already being influenced to do that because they're seeing all these other young women do it, and they realize like, oh, I don't have to go work at 9 to 5.
Yeah,
I could just get on here and put some pictures and videos up of myself, and people will pay me for that.
Yeah,
and I'll make a lot of money, and I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
That's why I think more people are probably doing that than. Way more people actually are doing that than escorting.
Yeah,
true. It's way easier.
Yeah, I mean,
and less risky and not illegal.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's an easier way for them to be. Yeah, it's how they sex traffic too.
What do you mean?
It's through the internet and like websites and sex traffickers is how they stay under the radar. Yeah, it's I don't know. The internet can be good and bad for sure.
Yeah,
definitely used for evil.
Oh yeah, of course.
evil means. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know how to feel about it. I think, it's one of those, like you said a couple of times, it's a slippery slope. I mean, it can really kind of go either way. I think it really boils down to that individual's choice,
Mm-hmm.
based on their morals and their values. And sometimes making a quick buck is not always worth it in the long run.
But sometimes it is. If you're in a messed up situation and you need money, you're dirt poor, you don't know if you're going to be able to eat today.
Very true. And that's some of the things that do lead women into that line of work.
Yeah.
It's not that they enjoy it, but that's survival.
Yeah.
That's survival.
Yeah, that's true.
And they don't really want to do that. And yeah, and that's a sad place to be, because the country we live in, that should not be a last resort option
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of people. It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a testament to what's wrong with our country, that young women and people have to resort to selling themselves
Mm-hmm.
if they don't want to
Yeah.
survive. That should absolutely not be a last resort. It should not.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And if it is, then this country needs to take a serious look at itself.
I agree.
Yeah. That's not okay.
I have a side note here. This was something interesting I
Okay.
heard on a podcast like a few days ago,
Mhm.
that there are names in the United States that are illegal. Did you know this?
Really?
There are names that you cannot name your baby. It's illegal.
Really?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Please share. I love fun facts.
So the first one is king.
King.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, king and queen. You cannot name your child king or queen in the United States. It's illegal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it say why?
I mean, I don't know. No, it doesn't say why.
That's very interesting. Okay.
Actually, it might have a reason on here. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting.
The third one, Jesus Christ. You cannot name your child Jesus Christ, but you can name your child Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. It says, well, but that's interesting because Jesus or Jesus, a lot of people from Mexico and South America are named Jesus.
But it's pronounced Jesus, but you're not.
Yeah, but
naming
it's
them
still,
Jesus
but that's how
Christ.
you say Jesus in, that's how you say Jesus in Spanish. Jesus Christos.
Mhm.
That's Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So you can name someone Jesus, but you can't pronounce
Can't say
it Jesus.
Christ. Right. And
No, I think it's I think it's just Jesus too.
yeah. I would not. No, because that's a sacred name. No, that's the Christ. No,
Yeah, but Jesus, it's the same name. It's just Spanish.
I would not name I would have never named you Jesus Christ.
His name wasn't Jesus anyway. It was Yahweh. They changed it.
Well, we're not going to get into a whole thing about that. That's for another podcast episode.
The fourth one, I don't even know how to say it. I think it's Ow.
What?
I'll pass on that.
I'll like
Yeah,
I
ILL.
I apostrophe.
Yeah, but
LL.
for some reason here it's spelled LII, but in the examples it's saying
What?
that it's
Say
out.
that. Wait. Well, back up. What was the spelling again?
Well, I think it might be misspelled. Just like in the list on Google, it's not on like a website. It's just like a pull down thing. It's spelled LII, but in the examples when you click on it, it's saying like it's using it in a sentence and it's owl. So I'll pass. You can't name your baby Owl.
I would. Come here, owl. Owl. It sounds like owl.
Yeah.
Come here, owl. What are you doing, owl?
Yeah, I don't understand what's wrong with that one. Owl.
I wouldn't want to name. Who would want to name their child that?
I mean, why it doesn't matter. Why should it be illegal?
That's
Owl?
That's very true.
Come on. Okay, the next
That's
one.
true. Yeah.
The next one is judge.
Judge.
Judge. Like a judge.
That's not illegal. There's an actor named Judge Reinhold. That's not illegal.
That's probably his nickname.
But that's
I
not
doubt that. I doubt that that's his government name. It's probably his government name is probably isn't Judge.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. He's an actor in the 80s, and he played in Beverly Hills Cop movies with Eddie Murphy.
Actually, you know what? I think this might be state by state.
Oh my god!
Or on some of them. I think the judge.
Oh my goodness!
I think the judge one is. I think that one is for Texas.
Oh, what? What?
I think so.
That is so weird.
Actually, I don't know. I think I might be spewing misinformation.
I think so. Because I have never... Tristan.
Oh, no, yeah, it's not.
Fake news.
No, because it was a part of... It was the website Quora?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was
can't believe anything on that thing.
No, it's not. It was the thing that on Google, it thought that the person was saying judge in their post, but it was actually Messiah. Because it's saying in 2013, a Texas judge ruled that a baby named Messiah must change his name to Martin because it's a title that has only been earned by one person, Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh, how did you get all these? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay, I'm just gonna look at the Quora post. I don't care if it's true or not.
Oh my goodness!
Okay,
misinformation. We are sorry about this.
Okay, so. The second one on here is Lucifer/Satan.
Why would you name your child that? You better not ever.
No, I wouldn't do
have
that.
A child say, "Hi, Mom. Here's your grandson or daughter, Lucifer." I will tell you, nope, that is not that baby's name.
It is. It sounds cool though.
No, you will never.
No, I would never do that. Of course not.
I will take it straight to the church and get it baptized.
Maybe if I had a dog, I would name it Lucifer. Maybe.
No, you will not. Not bring it up in my house.
I wouldn't. Maybe Beelzebub. I don't know.
No.
That's not surprise. No. I wouldn't do that. But
no.
Surprisingly, that's not on the list.
You have been baptized in the name of Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness.
You will not bring anything in this house.
I was just joking. Jesus.
See?
Jesus. But I'm surprised that Beelzebub isn't on the list. I guess because it's like a... I'm just saying.
No, it's the devil. Stop. We're not going to talk about it. Move on to the next.
I'm saying that's one of the illegal names is all.
Move on to the next name.
Okay, Hitler. Adolf Hitler.
Oh my God. Gosh, no.
In 2009, a 3-year-old New Jersey resident became the subject of contention when a baker refused to decorate a cake for his birthday. Why? His name was Adolf Hitler Campbell.
Oh my God. Well, I would not decorate that cake either. Yes.
Come on. He didn't do anything.
It's not the child's fault. It's the parents.
No, yeah, I understand. They
come on.
Yeah, at that, like...
these parents...
He messed up the name. Like, unfortunately, you just can't use that name anymore. It's the same with the swastika. The swastika wasn't a Nazi thing originally. It was like a religious, like Hindu. So a lot of different religions used that same symbol. Yeah. But, Hitler just co-opted it, and now you can't use it for religious purposes anymore. There actually are buildings, like there's a building in Los Angeles, I think, somewhere, that has a swastika on it, but it was painted there in like the 1920s or something, because it meant a completely different thing.
Yeah, but there's people that use it for racial hate.
Well, yeah, of course. That's what it's mostly for. Most people,
their hate.
Most people don't even know that it was originally a religious symbol.
No, they don't.
It had nothing to do with Nazism.
No, they think it's something that they created.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All right, let me go to the next one. 1069. 1069. I don't know why that one specifically. Oh, no, I think it's just numbers in general. It's absolutely...
You know what? I don't know what Tristan is reading.
No, listen. I'm reading a Quora post. It's absolutely illegal to put numerical symbols in your baby's name. You can't, for instance, name a child 1069 like someone in North Dakota tried to. So someone tried to do that. I guess that was the name they chose, 1069.
What did Elon Musk name his son?
I was just thinking about that. It was let me look it up real quick.
Did he name him some symbols, or did he give him like...
It's a math equation or something.
Yes, yeah.
Let's see.
That's like the first person that came to mind whenever you.
I don't even
brought
I,
that
I
up.
don't even know how to pronounce it. It's XAEA-12 Musk. I don't know what the AE. I'm sure that's like has some kind of mathematical pronunciation.
He's probably like, these people are so stupid they'll never know. My genius is amazing.
Yeah, I don't know.
That nobody will know how to pronounce my son's name.
I don't know what that means. Okay, the next one, accented names. In California, you can't have accents on your baby's name. So names like Elodie are out of the question. What?
So like the accents, like the
Yeah.
the marks.
accent, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Oh, in California. I wonder why that is. That's
Why
where,
in
like,
California?
yeah, it doesn't even make sense. There's mostly Mexicans there. All of them have that in their name.
That sounds like, oh my
A lot of them do.
That's so racist.
That's not racist. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm saying a lot of people
That's
from
racist.
Spanish-speaking countries, they have an accent, or a lot of
They have
Spanish,
an
or a lot of
accent.
Spanish words at least.
The way that
That's
they
what I mean.
spell it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And I don't think that, no, I don't think that's racist. I think that's just laziness on the part of people not wanting to either pronounce something the correct way or spell it the correct way.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think it's nothing racial. It's just people are lazy whenever it comes to spelling or pronouncing names correctly.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times people butcher my name?
Oh, I'm sure. And my last name.
Yeah, how many times when they say Lamarck, how it was like Lamarquis?
Yeah, that's what the girl said at the Chick-fil-A
Hey, Tristan,
drive-thru.
come here, baby.
That's what the girl said at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru just a couple weeks ago. She said, "For Tristan Lamarcky?" It's like, yeah.
Our shaggy
I
dog.
wasn't gonna correct her.
This is our shaggy dog here.
Yeah.
Where you going, baby? Here you go.
All right.
Or Lamarck because we don't spell Lamarck with a K.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting.
All right. The next one is monkey.
You can't name.
You can't give your baby a name that might be construed as racist or insulting.
It makes sense.
For this reason, you can't call your child monkey.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
The next one, chow tow, means smelly head. It's obviously not a very nice name to give a child, but we're assuming someone tried to, which is why it's banned. Have you ever heard the term chow tow?
No. But like the first thing that came to mind was like something Native American. Maybe American.
I thought it was Asian.
Maybe American Indian, maybe.
Chow tow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It could be.
Yeah.
Nutella.
I think the spread that goes wonderful on toast, or the chocolatey fudgy sweet.
A couple once
bread.
tried to name their daughter Nutella because they hoped she'd be as sweet as the sugary hazelnut spread. What? A judge wasn't sweet on the idea, however, and the couple were forced to change the name to Ella. Okay. They could still call her Nutella around the house.
Yeah.
Probably
You just
do.
legally can't tell her that. Who would just think about like she comes across the stage for graduation?
Nutella Campbell and her brother Adolf Hitler Campbell.
Oh my gosh! And people would just be like,
Yeah, they'd be so confused.
okay.
All right. The next one, anal.
Oh, come on.
Someone actually tried to name their child this. A judge thankfully said no. Not cool. Whoever it was that did this, not cool. Anal.
Anal. Come on. Yeah, that if you name your child that, you don't love your child.
Yeah, you're just trying to make their childhood harder.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like that. No. That just doesn't make any sense. Draco, what do you think? See, that's just ridiculous.
All right. The next one is Akuma. Akuma means devil in Japanese. And some Japanese person tried to name their child this. The courts weren't having it, and the name was banned. Okay, that makes sense.
What was it?
Akuma means devil in Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
you're not allowed to name your child that. I don't know if that's in America or Japan. I'm not sure.
Drink it. Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Look at her.
I see her. Okay, the next one is Roman numerals. Roman numerals are not a name.
No, they're not. So you can name them 4. Roman numeral 6. Get over here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No.
I don't even know. Tallulah does the hula from Hawaii.
That's the whole name?
I think so. New Zealand
Or is Tallulah the name?
New Zealand is not having it with these shady baby names because when someone tried to name their daughter this, the government assumed guardianship of the child to ensure a better name was found for her. That's crazy.
No,
They took their child because they named it Tallulah does the hula from Hawaii.
Okay, yeah. No,
But they took their child? That's crazy.
They shouldn't have taken the child, but they're probably thinking this is a form of mental abuse
Yeah,
for this child.
Yeah, that's
because
crazy.
this child is who's gonna what. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're setting this child up to be bullied, and yeah, come on.
Yeah,
no,
that's crazy.
that's not okay. The world is tough enough right now. Yeah.
All right. The next one, Mr. N-word with the hard R.
Oh my gosh.
The second I in it's spelled mystery, Misteri, and it says the second I in mystery is silent.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, a California judge said heck no because the name basically amounted to fighting words. Imagine, for instance, the tumult?
Tumultuous?
It just says tumult.
Tumult, yeah.
It would cause if someone shouted those words across the street. Yeah, that'd be insane.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Mr. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God.
Yeah, like why?
Yeah,
that is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
No. No. Oh my God.
All right, the next one. Osama bin Laden. A couple in Cologne, Germany felt moved to name their child this very incendiary name. A judge felt moved to rule no.
Yeah.
Osama bin Laden.
No.
Why he didn't attack Germany? What do they care?
No, but it's almost kind of like martyrdom,
Well, it's kind of like saying Hitler.
Yeah,
kind of. It's a similar thing.
There are just certain. I mean, there's just certain absolutely not. There's certain people you just do not name your children after.
Yeah.
There's just men in history or figures in history that were evil people you don't name your kids after. No. Yeah.
RoboCop.
I don't know. That'd be kind of a cool name.
It is. At least a middle name.
That movie is awesome. That's an awesome movie.
Someone in Sonora, Mexico thought it was a smart idea to name their child RoboCop, presumably after the 1987 movie.
Yes.
A judge blocked their attempt. Yeah.
At least the middle name.
Yeah,
because nobody uses the middle name as much. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Robo. At least Robo.
Yeah, Robo. Yeah, that'd be such a cool name, Robo.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool name for a dog, too, Robo.
Oh, yeah. Draco, we should have named you Robo.
No. Robo. It'd have to be a boy.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, the next one. This is in the United States. Santa Claus. What's wrong with Santa Claus?
Okay, so if I named you Santa Claus,
no, I wouldn't. How
would you feel that? Santa, come here, Santa. Yeah. Santa, get over here.
Yeah.
No, how would that make you feel?
I don't know. I might like it. You never know.
Everybody would be like, could you imagine being in school around Christmas time? How all the kids would treat you if your name's Santa Claus.
Yeah, but also I could grow up to be a mall Santa Claus, and if there's a kid that's like, "You're not real Santa Claus," I could show him my ID. Like, oh, that's my name. See? It's Santa Claus.
I am the real Santa Claus.
Give me more credibility.
Oh gosh! No.
When Robert William Handley of Ohio tried to it was a person who tried to rename himself Santa Claus.
Oh gosh, no.
Okay, there's a whole explanation, but I'm not going to read it.
No, please.
There's two more. Chief Maximus. Chief.
Oh, reminds me of Gladiator.
Yeah. Chief is a solid name, and so is Maximus. So why not put them together? One prospective parent reasoned. The New Zealand judge, of course, said no and banned the name altogether. What's wrong with Chief Maximus?
I would. What's wrong with Maximus?
Yeah, you can.
You don't even have to put Chief on there. But what about Maximus?
No, it says Maximus is fine or Chief is fine,
but
you can't put it together.
Chief Maximus.
Yeah, I don't understand what's wrong with that.
So what if I named you Chief Maximus Lamarck?
That'd be a dope name. Are you kidding?
Oh my gosh, that'd be
That'd be a cool name. Chief. If my name was Chief.
Chief Lamarck.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, awesome.
Yeah.
Maximus Lamarck. Why didn't I think to name you Maximus?
No, because then my name would be Max. No.
I'd be like, no, Max is not his name. It's Maximus.
No, nobody would call me Maximus. They would say.
I guess they would.
No, they wouldn't. Because everybody that's named Maximus or Maximilian or whatever that other name, Max name is, they just say Max. Nobody says the whole name.
Unless you told them, hey, my name is Maximus.
They wouldn't listen.
And you meant it.
They wouldn't listen.
So you got to make people listen sometimes.
All right, this is the last one.
Yeah.
The @ sign.
The @ sign.
You know the @ sign like you put in an email? At
No.
gmail.com.
No.
One couple tried to name their child the @ symbol, pronounced Aita. So the pronunciation was Aita. Ada, or Ida, A-I-T-A, which sounds very close to the words love him. What? I'm confused.
I don't know what that is.
Actually,
is it raining?
yeah. A judge ruled yes, but the government ruled no. Many countries have bans on naming children's symbols.
No. Yeah. I mean, why would you want to name? Yeah. No. No @ sign. We're good with that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
No, thank you.
But yeah, that's all. I thought that was interesting. That was all the names that I found just now. So.
Tristan comes up with the most interesting, fun facts. I love it.
I heard somebody talking about, they named like a couple, and I was like, oh, I wonder what all of them are.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. It's pretty cool. I do.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I do. And we got our doggy here.
Little Draco.
I see why she probably got up. It's raining outside right now. And so she probably heard that and got up here. Because she was underneath the futon.
Yeah, she doesn't like thunder.
No. Now she's chewing on herself. So.
Yeah.
So I think that we're in agreement that like certain parts of decriminalizing prostitution, it could have its benefits.
Yeah.
But then, with anything that's legal, there's some pros and there's some cons. And that's with anything. So
of course.
In this world. So yeah. I think pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm all for sluts. No slut shaming.
And it's very interesting that he knew so much.
Oh my God. Come on. Everybody knows.
Maybe I don't think I pay attention to a lot of things. I just don't. I don't know what I do with my time.
Probably a good thing.
Then I don't know.
Yeah. What do you need to know that useless information for if you're not going to use it?
No.
I'm not saying I use it. That's not what I'm saying.
Yes.
I don't.
Well, I'm like, hey, what are you doing in your room? No.
Oh my God.
What are you on? What are you doing?
No.
Yeah, we drive you crazy. Between me and your grandmother, I know we drive you nuts. You can admit it. It's okay. I know it's coming from a place of love, so that's okay.
Of course, I love everybody.
You don't have to lie.
I do love everybody. I do.
I'll tell y'all in a minute if y'all get on my nerves.
Yeah.
I do. I just don't say anything. I'm like, leave me alone. Just stop. Just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all good. So, I don't know what our preview is going to be for next week. What our topic's going to be. So
we'll figure it out when we get there.
We might do our favorite horror films, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I told you.
Or scariest.
Or scariest films. So I told your Aunt Tracy that to send me some in our Facebook, the Tay and Tristan Hour Facebook community group, that to send me some topics or anything that they are interested in, that they may want to hear on the podcast.
Yeah.
So any suggestions are absolutely welcomed. So that's going out. That's a shout out to our community group members.
Yeah, shout out.
Yes. So
do you have anything else near and dear to your heart that you want to say?
For me, it's just, like I said, I always like to try to end on just a positive note. I always tell people to make good choices, and just be loving and kind to one another. We're living in a world now where it's a 24/7 news cycle, and just there's a lot of stress and chaos with the upcoming election. There's a lot of political news out there. One side saying this, the other side saying that. And, and the closer we get to the election, I have to do a political one. I have to.
We will.
Yes, I know we will. But I just want to tell people out there, just take care of yourself and take care of your mental health. And, just, I'd love to say, live each day like it's your last. We're not promised tomorrow. And try not to get so wrapped up in all of it's great to stay informed, but don't try not to let it stress you out. So
yeah,
there's a lot of wonderful things in this world. We live in a great country, and just take each day as it comes.
Yeah.
And stay present in the moment. Be with your loved ones, and just love yourself and take care of yourself. So that's what I have to say about that.
It's good advice.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I will say, like we always do, I think a lot of you know what our podcast is on. We say it every podcast episode. And I do want to say for those of you who are following us on YouTube and checking out our content on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you love our content, please comment. I'm so open to comments and constructive criticism.
Yeah, good and bad. Bring it on. If you want to call us autistic, that's fine. It's okay.
Yes,
it's only helping us.
Yes, I think I may be a little autistic.
Me too.
It's okay if the comments are good, bad, indifferent, constructive. We love it. That's how we grow. That's how we learn. And it helps us to kind of structure the content to what you guys want to hear. It helps us to grow in this podcasting world, I guess. Yes. So yes, please like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube channel. We are currently still on Instagram. We have, we're on Facebook, Apple Podcast, Spotify, TikTok, and iHeartRadio. So yeah.
Yeah.
We are Amazon Music as well. So yeah, so please continue to check out our podcast every week. Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, and 9 a.m. Pacific. And I think that's it. And then, also we do have the website that is the Tay and Tristan podcast.com. And so I'm continuing to work on I also have the blog that I have on the website, which is Lifestyle Lens. So I usually update that once a week.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So and we got some other things coming down the pike on the website as well. So
yeah, stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that. We have a lot of new and exciting things coming up. So we're very excited, and we thank you all for tuning in to our podcast, and we're very excited and happy to do this.
Yeah.
For all of you. So
yeah.
That's me. What do you have? You have anything?
No. I don't have anything else to say.
Of course not.
No, I'm gonna go play Elden Ring now.
He's been rushing me this whole
just
time.
Came out.
Like,
so.
come on. Yeah. So yes, and I always love doing this with my son. So we're just grateful that we get to do it every week. And so it's a blessing for all of us. for both
Sure
of
has.
us to do this for you guys. So
Yeah.
until next time.
All right. Thanks for watching, people. See you next week.
Bye, you guys. Bye-bye. Drake.
Do that.